All right. Do we have a motion to accept the results of or certify the results of the November 8th general election?
I make a motion, we certify.
And I second it.
All in favor? Sign these. You will have to put your X on that.
I can do it. I just got a whole pen just right and take my time. My script.
Sorry.
Wait, somebody's gonna get that button.
It's not bad. I'm reading anything.
We do anything to get out of work.
So many text messages, I don't know if I had anything was gonna close this week. I was like, maybe, I don't know. Check back with me Friday.
All right, next item is our, this might get interesting, Mary. Our field precinct assistant manager.
All right, I assume y'all had an opportunity to look at the arrest report. It was very shocking to say the least, and I think we can pretty much all agree that we can no longer let this individual work as a poll worker. It sounds like the voters plus the workers were all in agreement on what happened that day. So I don't feel like we even need to talk to the individual about what happened. But I don't know if y'all wanted to add anything to that or not.
Would y'all like to make a statement from the board as far as?
Well, Julie has the authority to hire and fire, and we're not gonna take that away from her,
No.
but I totally agree
Are we
with
gonna
what
lose
you
her?
did.
Is she not okay?
Yeah, we'll lose her too. But,
Yeah. That's not, you have to do what you gotta do.
right.
Yeah.
I did want to bring something up to you guys to see what you thought about how you wanted me to pay them. I've thought of it different ways, and I mean, they weren't there all day. One left around noonish, the other one left around 1. So we can go back to hourly.
That would have been how
For
many
them?
hours?
Well, for one of them like 6 to 12 and the other one 6 to 1. We can go back to hourly for this situation, or we can cut the day and half, the pay in half, since we've set
Probably
it at.
simpler just to do the half day and not have to worry about that, since we're paying on a daily basis.
So just cut it in half. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think that'd bring a problem up if they push it?
My thought is,
Well, that's actually,
It's more
I know.
generous to give them half a day,
did
right?
it from 7.
It is, they do get more if I do the half a day
Okay.
versus the.
Yeah, but that's
Fine,
not a problem.
fine, I didn't want any.
yeah, math to get in the way of, yeah.
And that'll save having to do the, whatever we're having to do when we're paying our.
Okay.
You taking my picture and I'm turning my back to you. You going to
Y'all need to,
Colorado?
I have no idea what happened. Y'all need to see
For sure.
We'll get you a copy of the report.
I have that. I haven't looked at it yet.
You should listen.
I haven't looked at it, they came to me, so I have no idea, but I guess I can say.
Handled poorly.
Huh?
Was handled very poorly by our poll worker. That's as nice as I can say.
Is this the Hill City incident or whatever? Okay. See, I've only heard rumors. That's why I said it would be good for,
School wasn't in.
Yeah.
He's been doing it a while.
Yeah. Another question is, obviously, I would need to send out something to them, after the board meeting, letting them know. I mean, I think it's pretty clear what's gonna happen, you know, but something official needs to be sent. Do you have any preference whether you would like me to send it in an actual letter form or an email form, or how would you like me to send it?
They sent registered mail.
As long as you get a copy. I don't care how you send it, as long as you've got records.
That they signed. That way it's over and done. Because as I said, and I told everybody Tuesday night, at 5 o'clock, I had gotten a call from Trump headquarters in New York. It had already gotten to their legal team by 5 p.m.
It's fast.
Yeah, when I saw Jack Kingston's name come up, I thought, oh, he was calling me. And then when he called, told me what he was calling me for. Yeah, we need to cross the T's, dot the I's. So a letter that requires a signature.
Registered mail.
Yeah, it would be nice and clean. You'd be stapled in a file jacket.
Okay, I'll send y'all an email copy first to let you proof it before I send it out. And that's all I have on that subject.
Anything else? Yeah. Okay, special election.
Well, I got the wonderful news Thursday. Now I have to cancel my reservations.
Oh, no.
So, and somehow I'm gonna have to fit in time that I'm gonna end up losing. Unless, the commissioners agree to give me comp time. Cause we can only carry 80 hours over to the next year or we lose our time. But anyway, I was hoping there would be one candidate qualify, but it doesn't sound that way.
You have to run the early voting too on that.
It
And a
starts,
Saturday.
it's in a Saturday.
God.
And the Jasper precinct has 2 voters.
In 14.
And the-
How many?
They have to sit there from
They're only
7 to
2
7.
there.
How many precincts you gonna have to open?
I'll accept 2.
7,
Except two?
Loveville, Hinton, Talking Rock, Jasper, Jerusalem, Tate, and Hill.
Okay. I was thinking we had,
So,
the line's different in Jerry's.
Where does that line run?
it affects 4 counties. It affects
I
us.
know, I'm talking about in Pickens,
Almost down the middle.
down the middle.
Almost, yeah.
It picks up tape.
It's a little jaggedy, but it's pretty much down the middle.
Yeah, Tate. Yours,
Yeah, they slice and dice Tate pretty good.
pretty much anything on the other side of 515.
Yeah. So we have to, should we have to have the election, if there's more than one candidate, then early voting will start November the 28th. We would have a Saturday voting. And then the election is December 13th.
Do they have to qualify by, is there?
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Where are they qualifying?
The state.
Oh, they
States?
just do it at state.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to do something about her time, one way or the other. Get it okayed or disapproved or whatever, so we'll know where we stand.
I've got most of the, I've never had an election this soon after a big election, so we've got to get some things worked out. Because they don't give us the go-ahead to put on any registrations until everything's certified on down the road, and then we've got, hopefully we won't have to do any registrations. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they look at it as part of this election, because there's no way all these registrations we've been holding, we can get them in. And now the rollover absentee ballots won't apply for this election because it only applies for the primary runoff, general and general runoff, so that cuts it off there. So as of today, we have no request for that election coming up. I realize this is not gonna be a big election. It's not gonna be big, it's just, you have to hustle to get everything done, and see, he's the one that does LNA testing, and we've gotta have time to print ballots, we've gotta have time to do the database to get the machines tested, and that's crunch time. So I wish the governor had given us more weeks, but it's when he's called it, so.
We can run it like we did, like a runoff, and just do a minimum two machines.
Right, we're
Minimum staff and.
We're gonna do minimum staff, and I think, I've been talking to Faye, we really think that there's gonna be enough in our budget. But she said regardless, if there's not enough, we can do a budget amendment to cover whatever we're lacking. Cause this is one of those things we didn't know anything about. But it affects four of us counties.
Jack, would you talk to the commissioner about their pay?
Yeah, I can. Are you in the same situation?
I'm good.
You're
Right.
good,
Now, by the
okay.
time the year's up, I'll be over some, but not like she is.
Now, there was one year.
How much time are you talking about?
I think the last I checked, I had 97 hours. So as of right now, well, 97, I think vacation, that's not including my sick. Oh, we can roll over our sick though, it's a vacation, we can't roll over.
97 hours
And I'm only
But you'll
at 70
lose.
something, so.
because of this election, and
But I
because of
get-
county roads, you can't carry over. So
Yeah.
6,
what did you,
almost a day every 2 weeks, so.
if you say comp time,
I've
You
been
talking
here 20 years.
There was one situation, and it might have been the last presidential, that we ended up having, I can't remember what it was, but the board had to go to Robert about our time we were losing. We were losing quite a bit of time that time, and there was absolutely no time to take. And so he allowed us to have comp time.
that will carry over and you can take it in January.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure. You're a problem. And you don't think you'll,
I'll have some, but not as much as her.
but, well, I could go ahead and get you approved too.
Make them aware.
You have 97 hours and Betty will have some.
I mean, if we can work it out at the end and everything's good, then we'll be all right.
We just need to know where we stand.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Beforehand.
So how many days of actual voting are we gonna?
Well, there won't be 3 weeks, of course, so starting on the 28th, we'll give 2 full weeks. And that Saturday. And we can't vote the Saturday before, so it has to be that Saturday of the first week.
So 11 days.
But I'll run minimal staff in here. I'll give the polls only 2 voting machines apiece. We'll probably have 3 set up in here, and then our card creator. So we'll do as minimal as we can do.
Maybe already started reaching out to poll people.
Not yet. That's probably the only people I haven't really. Well, I've got our early voting lady lined up. Darlene that's always in here.
Yeah.
She said she's available for those 2 weeks.
Good.
In other words, there'd be 3 at each poll.
No, I put 4 at each poll.
4?
I don't ever like doing
Don't cut it
3.
that thin. Okay.
Because if somebody
Right.
ever has to
Get
leave,
sick
we're not
or
gonna be legal.
Something out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to do at least 4.
Anything else on the special election? Any comments?
Get ready.
Okay, our December meeting, since we're gonna have to certify another election,
Probably that Friday.
What's that date?
13th is the election. 16th.
16.
Any problems there?
No.
And we have to wait till, will we have absentees?
I don't know if the overseas and military will be
Well, it's gonna
included
apply
in
to
this. If it rolls over, then we could be in the same situation like we are now, but I don't see where they'll probably even take the time to vote on it, to be honest with you. But if we have any outstanding though, we have to wait.
We'll just call it 5 PM then. Anything else? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second. Will,
Okay.
all in favor? Here.